Now, time to design the Venus mission. Also, no more wet noodle rocket designs for me. See what other contracts are around. Yeah, nothing. Well, and I get 2 years to do a Venus mission, so before I do anything, I'm going to go to the tracking station, and I'm going to warp ahead far enough so that I'm a little closer to the Venus window. Because you risk running out of time if you launch, like, because then you got to spend so much time waiting for your window while the contract is running. The heck is this thing? Oh, well, that'll get thrown out of orbit eventually. That thing already did get thrown out of orbit. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably close to the Venus window now. So let's accept that Venus flyby contract, which never goes anywhere. Doing any of that other stuff for now. Now let's design a Venus probe. So this is going to be an orbiter, I think, if I can do it. Like, yeah, it only wants a flyby, but I should have enough fuel to capture. Yep, I'm going to use an Agena again. Yeah, that's reasonably close to centered, I think. Let's check. Yeah, 500 meters would be about right. There we go, that looks good. Alright, now for the comms antenna. This is basically the best antenna I have. And I'll put the science gear on the other side. Put this stuff up here. Actually, no, I should put that at right angles to this so I can see it better. Alright, so that's the science instruments, and I'm pretty sure I have everything that I can reasonably put on this. Because there's no point in putting a film return camera on this. Now, electricity. 2 of these solar panels should be plenty, because at Venus we're going to get even more light than we do at Earth. Now I use the same RCS gear I used earlier. Aerozine 50. Now though, in this case, yeah, that should be good. Since this stage isn't going anywhere, I'll space out the equipment a bit. Because this has enough delta V now, basically, to get back to into a Venus orbit, which is the important part. It weighs 3.2 tons. All right. Yeah, this probably does need a 3-meter probe. Now the Venus transfer stage. Not sure how large that'll have to be. Best bet will probably be to use 2 of those Agena engines. These don't need ullage either because they have a pump inside the engine that settles the propellant. Yeah, I'll stick with that for now. That's basically enough to get me to Venus, but... It's just the issue is that this Agena can only handle avionics for something weighing 16 tons, right? Do I have any really light and cheap guidance units that give me an extra fair bit? 300 watts. Nah. It's probably best to just stick with this and then I'll just use a previous stage. Well, actually, let me think. 291 seconds. Is any of these other engines that are not cryogenic more efficient? 297. No, that's not any better. Yeah, I'll just stick with that setup for now. And now I'll put the guidance unit down here. That should be enough delta V to get to Venus and then to circularize. If I have to, I can aero brake a bit in the upper atmosphere. So, this will be the stage to finalize my orbital insertion. So, based on, I think it'd be best to probably use one of these. Because either that or I could use like 8 RL-10s, which would be a bit ridiculous. And 8 RL-10s will still have less thrust. This is one of the most efficient engines that are available, but Alright, so I'll probably use one more stage underneath this and then strap on liquid fueled boosters. That there. I'll need some ullage motors. All right. Now, let's see what else I got floating around here. That actually should be enough. And if the acceleration gets too ridiculous, I can shut off 2 engines. Now, what should I call this one? Afro-Kerbal 1. There we go. Now, launch clamps. So, I don't think I'm going to worry too much about matching Venus's inclination at launch. I'll do that in my injection burn. Especially since I want to end up in a polar orbit at the end of it, so I actually want to miss Venus's inclination by a bit. That way, when I reach Venus, I'm more likely to be passing over one of its poles. It'll take a little bit more fuel to get there, but it won't be too bad. And since my second stage is Hydrolox, but the other ones are Hypergolics, then I can just launch this into orbit. Is this morning or evening? I think it's morning. Yep. So I'll launch this now. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release clamps. And we have liftoff of the Afro-Kerbal 1 Venus probe. Alright, beginning roll program. Roll program complete. Beginning gravity turn. Yeah, I need to zoom out a bit because these rockets are really loud. This engine is effectively about I think it's about, this rocket is a little less than a fifth the size of the Saturn V, maybe a sixth. It's close, I think, to a Saturn 1B anyway, what they use for the, like, just orbit Apollo missions. I think it's more powerful than the Titan missile that launched Gemini, though. I think that's Venus there, actually. And I think that's the moon. Yep, alright, acceleration's getting critical now. So once I reach about 5 Gs of acceleration, I have a strategy. There we go. Now I'll do the rest of my burn on 2 engines. The Saturn V did this by shutting down the center engine. It basically just keeps the acceleration manageable. Because I made the first stage bigger than it needed to be, in the sense that I don't usually get that much delta V out of a first stage, 5 kilometers per second, but since I have these extremely powerful and compact engines that use dense hypergolic propellants, then it just worked out that way to use those. And nice, we got sunrise. 10 seconds to first stage burnout. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and first stage burnout. And first stage separation. And second stage ignition. Second stage ignition successful. We are in space. Extend solar panels. Gonna say I got to have some kind of antenna connection here somewhere. Alright, let's see if this thing can push me into... Oh yeah, this thing will have more than enough fuel to push me into orbit. I only packed about 10 kilometers per second. You thought you needed like 9.6 just to make orbit, but I probably will have almost 1,000 meters per second extra. Must have used a rather efficient launch profile, I guess. Well, I'll just go from the highest orbit I can unless my eccentricity starts to get ridiculous, because it'll take less delta V to get to Venus if I start from a slightly higher orbit that has a low parapsis. Since I can burn at parapsis, I think. Oh well, I'm getting close anyway. When in doubt, floor it. 66, 67, 68, 69, 7 kilometers per second. Yeah, I'll be at about 8.4 by the time I'm all finished. Alright, second stage burnout. And second stage separation. Uh-oh, something didn't work there. Ah, well, I can tumble a bit for now. Alright, now time to set my Venus launch. Alright, let's see what the pork chop plot says. Aha, here's the... Oh, lowest... In 1 year? What's the lowest delta V, like, right now? Yep, that's good. 38 days. I can wait 38 days. I have hypergolic fuels. Oh, I know what I gotta do. It's like, come on, I really don't care if debris is approaching the atmosphere. And my orbit shouldn't decay because my apoapsis and parapsis are so high. 5. What did I didn't do? Oh, come on. Stupid sounding rocket. Oh well. What's 3,000 credits between friends anyway? And 3, 2, 1, let her rip. So, transvenous injection is underway. Now, I don't know how close MechJeb is going to get me to Venus, but hopefully it isn't too bad. Well, at least I'll escape Earth. That's a good sign. Okay, I'm not quite going to intercept Venus on this trajectory, but that's an easy fix. I'll just escape Earth. Oh, I got some science data, looks like. Of course, now I can just connect to Earth. Oh well. Now, where's that gravity scan data I want to transmit? Here we go. I already got that. And another science experiment, so to speak. And nothing important. I'll just leave Earth behind. And the moon, too. And I am now outside of Earth's sphere of influence. And time for all the science data to get transmitted, because now I'm in solar orbit. For the first time. Which means it's time to plot my correction burn in order to pass me the proper distance from Venus. Yeah, I'm almost going to hit it as it is. Yeah, I'm only going to miss it by 700,000 kilometers. Yeah, I'll do that myself. 3 days. 12 hours. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, close enough. "56 seconds doesn't mean so much when you're in the solar orbit. And I'll use RCS to make the remaining. Wow, I could use this to try and run into Mercury. There we go, that's pretty close. Because my orbit will reverse gravity assist me. I'll have to remember that. And that's Venus there, I'm almost sure of it. Hmm. Yeah, that's probably it there. Oh no, there it is. I'm about to enter Venus's sphere of influence. Transmit all the data. And I need to correct my inclination. Whoops, I don't need 4 times speed. $70, $80, $90. Whoops. Yeah, that's close enough. Now, how much delta V will it actually take to circularize on my next parapsis? 3,600. So I have enough. Nice. And I'm a little more than a day out. One day out. 12 hours. And some science data. Alright, let's keep going with the warping. Yep, another science. Yep, there we go. Eventually I'm going to get all of these. Six hours and 50 minutes. Yeah, so the key here is I'm just going to circularize in a polar orbit within range for my ScanSat so I can get radars. See, normally Venus would be covered in extremely thick clouds, so I'd never be able to see anything about this with a visual light camera. Now, in this game, since the real solar system visual enhancements mod is only for 1.21, I don't have clouds at the moment. So instead, we get to see a picture of what Venus looks like underneath the clouds, which was created, ironically enough, based on radar data from Venus orbiting probes. So basically, you can say that what I'm doing now is collecting the data that I'm going to need. Don't know what the hell that biome is. Oh well, I'm 24 minutes out. And okay, in space low. Nice. And I'm pretty sure I got the Venus flyby. Nice. Yep. Now, it'll take a long time. Where is Earth? Oh, back there. Yes, I'm not even close to the Mars window yet. But that'll be next. At any rate. And biome-specific science data. The autopilot thing is useful for this, but... Holy shit. Too many biomes too close together. Whoever discovered this was whoever made Venus's biome map was a troll. It's like, oh, highlands, shit, nope, midlands, shit, lowlands, shit, highlands again, shit, mountains, shit, tessera, shit, poles, shit, Maxwell Monty, shit, Tin Marsh. Like, it's just every 3 seconds you're on a different biome. Good thing this antenna I got is powerful enough to reach Earth from here. Thing is still transmitting. Come on. At least I got plenty of electricity. I'm not even fully facing the sun, and I'm still getting like 300 watts from this. Alright, 14 minutes to get to what I need to do. Volcanic rise. That's an interesting biome. I am going to dip into the upper atmosphere eventually after I'm finished with the scan set, if I have enough fuel left. Just graze the atmosphere top so I can get some science data. Kind of like the ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter. And let me guess. Yep, Earth is probably behind Venus right now. Oh well. Really? Can any of these things act as a relay? Can I still see the moon? That's definitely in range. Gosh darn it. Do I have a remote tech? Because I don't know how to use the flight computer. And yeah, I'll be way past Venus when I... Yeah, so I'm going to assume that I did program in the circularization burn a long time ago. I just forgot to use the flight computer to tell it to execute that maneuver. But the probe should be smart enough to do that. It's like, come on. Ah, here's remote tech. And I'll just reactivate it after. For the sake of the story, let's say that this probe had a contingency mode where it would automatically execute the next program maneuver node if it didn't receive a ping from Earth in, say, a 5-minute period. Hmm. Why do I have no control over this? Oh, because the old remote tech locks were still in effect. Looks like my center of mass isn't perfect. I'll also probably have to correct my orbit at some point, but that's fine. I don't have to do much, considering how frigged up it was to begin with. Okay, all that's fixed. Alright. I'll just circularize now on the next orbit. Thought I already got orbital telescope from high over Venus. I guess not. So I'm going to circularize at 477 kilometers. Now, Venus does have an exceptionally thick atmosphere, so I gotta be careful not to go too deeply if I try anything fancy after. I don't know which altitude it starts, but I can't go more than about 5 kilometers deep, I'd say. Yep, and I'll circularize at the next periapsis because the long burn time is slowly messing up my orbit when I try and circularize. Basically, it knocks my periapsis down a bit too low. I don't want to get too close to the surface because it'll screw up the view angle. Alright. This should circularize me. Ah, it's close enough. Excuse me. Alright. Now I'll do an orbit to make sure I didn't miss any biomes. Oh, I didn't seem to have missed any biomes. Now it'll take a... Holy shit. Why is this heating up? Oh well, fuck it. It's not that close to the sun. Like, come on.